by no fault of our own, we have been sold a bag of goods that is not the truth. We have been told that the essence of childhood remains in childhood, and that as we age, we lose that essence that we once had of our youth. And this is known as adulthood. Yet, as we reflect back over our lifetime, there is this extremely familiar sense of childhood wonder. It is what we experience as this familiar, permanent, never-changing essence of ourself. There's something here. There's something inside that never changes. What is that? Because my health changes, my body type changes, my age changes, my relationships change, my careers might change. Everything seems to be changing, except there's something that never does. What is that? That is you. That is your being. That is what has never changed. This essence of childhood. Because in childhood, all we were was ourself. We had not started to cloud ourselves with our egoic identities or beliefs or biases or perceived characteristics. So we were pure. We had a direct conduit to ourself. We were the conduit. There was no distance between us and ourself as a child. But as we age, there is this apparent distance that is a veil that veils ourself, our permanence. Yet, as we reflect back, we know inherently that this permanence exists. So now, as we turn our mind to these childlike essences within us, our mind veils this beauty. Yet, when we're honest with ourselves, we know this essence, these beautiful qualities of ourself are still contained within us because we periodically sense them inherently and directly, which is proof they're still here. They're still contained within us. When was the last time you gazed at the clouds and watched Mickey Mouse morph into a dinosaur, morph into a flower? When was the last time you actually stopped to smell the flowers? When was the last time you actually saw the beautiful color of green in freshly cut grass? Only the openless mind of a child gives himself or herself the openness and the willingness to have the courage to do such things. Having the courage to remember yourself, to know yourself, is the greatest act of love. It is in this act of love that you allow yourself to have this openness as you once experienced as a child. This experience is the essence that you've remembered periodically over the course of your life. Having the courage to know that this is the truth is everything. It leads to everything. It leads to peace. It leads to happiness. It leads to love. That which was experienced every day as a child. This is an offering. This being the message of non-duality, the message of eternity, the message of the perennial knowledge that this essence within you is the truth, is who you actually are. This essence within you is love calling itself back to itself. This is love calling you back to itself. This message of antiquity is nothing other than falling in love with love, falling in love with yourself. This is eternity's most intimate love story. It's this essence of childhood calling itself back to itself. And because you have experienced this essence, then it absolutely has to be true. It's only the mind that we've built around this essence over the course of our life that veils it. It clouds your beauty. It clouds the love of yourself with self-doubt that this cannot be true, your ego says. Yet, because you experience it, it has to be the truth, even if it appears not to. This is giving yourself the permission to fall back in love with yourself. Yourself has been waiting for eternity for you to surrender yourself to it. It's promised that it will never let you down. It will never unlove you. And it will never abandon you. So give yourself the greatest gift that you could ever give yourself. The permission and the acceptance to fall back in love with what you've known your entire life. The unconditional love of yourself, of your being, of your essence. And once you do, no matter where you go, everything will be gazing. It will be flower smelling. It will be running through the sprinklers. Because you take yourself with you wherever you go.